Welcome, welcome. I'm Jeanette at Make Sweet Memories. Thank you for stopping by today. I am happy to spend a few minutes together with you. I've had a lot of customers asking me about how to embellish their scrapbook pages. And so I have a beginner's video, embellishing tips number 1. And if you have not seen that, I would recommend you start there. And then today we're going to pick up where that left off, and I'm going to share a few more ideas and thoughts with you. So let's dig into that. I got some photos printed out here, and I kind of lost myself in what happened last Easter and decided that maybe we should do this together. Some of my grandkids came to visit in Easter, and just before they arrived, we had a substantial snowstorm. Last winter was crazy, and yes, it was snowing still in the middle of April. My grandson came in from another area, and he said he was most excited about seeing snow, so his dream came true. But I had my Easter decorations sitting out on the porch, and I had done that probably a month ahead of time. I was so ready for the snow to stop. But his dream came true. They were able to play in the snow in the front yard. They came in late at night, and the next morning, first thing, they were outside trying to make a snowman. So I have several pictures that I've printed here. And rather than taking up all that space, I decided I would do some peekaboo pockets right here in the center. And then this is the tent. My husband set this up in the basement, and we put some mattresses in there so they could all sleep in there together. And then I printed some smaller photos. We have the 3x4 peekaboo pockets, and I haven't had a chance to use those yet. So I thought, let's bring in some smaller photos. I really challenge you to try a new size. If you're always doing 4x6, there's only so much you can do with that, right? So either go for a 5x7 or try some smaller ones, and it just gives you a little bit of visual interest. Larger photos can also make a big statement. So the first thing I did was I picked up paper. And what do I have that goes with this? I have the Totally Tonal Winter. I have some of these flocked, snowy kind of borders. I think these were from the Polar Lights collection. I just kind of pull out, what do I have and how can I make it work? I also have the Snowflake Punch. And I thought, yep, I'll probably use that for some little accents, because this collection had border stickers, as you can see, and these lasers came from another collection, but they're very similar in colors. So I just love it when Creative Memories does that. So you can kind of piece some things together, but they didn't have the word icon stickers and that type of thing. So I'm going to end up making that myself. But the first thing I do is just kind of bring out what I have and take a look at all of that and kind of spread it out. So I like the multiple shades here. The siding on my house is kind of this color. And so I thought, okay, that will be pretty. Let's use this Totally Tonal Winter. It also has one of my most favorite stickers. I just adore this strip, this little stripy strip, and I do want to use that somewhere. I'm not sure where that's going to go, but I just think it's super cute. So I did just start with 2 blocks of paper. This one is wider than this one. And I mean, that's a simple thing you can do as you start. Not make it matchy-matchy, okay? So I'm thinking I have a couple other smaller pictures that I'll put up here, and maybe this will be a little cluster on this side, and then a little something down here in this corner is kind of where I think I'll go. But first I want to start with the pictures and the story, because that's the main thing. And that's where my focus is. I want to keep your eye on the picture, and then I want to be able to share the story with you. So I purposely put the smaller pictures up here because they're smaller and they're lighter. And this feels like a heavier weight, right? So that's why these are up on top. And I grabbed a couple others, and I've already mounted these in peekaboo pockets. I popped a little white around the edge there just to kind of help lift the picture off. And then I have pictures on the back here. So I'm thinking these will go here against the jeeping, and then maybe a little something like this. They absolutely loved throwing snow in the air. I think that's kind of fun. Normally I keep things pretty symmetrical, and that's just kind of how my brain goes, but I thought this would be fun and kind of whimsical, and that's kind of the feeling of the day. And then I added a few stickers right in here. I layered them on top of this paper. And I just think this is super cute. So whether you have blocks of paper running this way on an angle or not, it's kind of fun, instead of doing something straight here, to kind of tweak it and kind of put it on an angle. So just another thought, if you've never tried that, I would encourage you to do that. So let's take a look at what we're going to do. I think I'm going to just start putting this down, and you can see this take shape. I'm going to put this wider block on the left-hand side and bring it right up against the jeeping. I am using repositionable tape in case I need to reposition something, but I'm thinking I mounted that with a little bit of a darker paper, and I am using natural pages, so I like that because it just pops out the white, and I like that look. It's kind of like it already gives you a little bit of background. Where was this one? I think over here. A little bit of background, kind of like paint does on your wall. I think I'm going to go about like that. And then these I'm going to stick in a peekaboo pocket. Let's see. Here's a peekaboo pocket that has the long adhesive side. And that's what I need because it's going to go right here against the jeeping. So I'm going to put these pictures in. And my tree, I'm just going to put down on the page. These kind of like that, I think. So now as I look at it, I'm thinking, maybe I should add a block of color right in here as well. And I have this steel colored paper. It's kind of a bluish gray. And I think that will look pretty with the siding right here, and it kind of blends in with our brick. So I think that's what I'm going to do first. Let me see. I think I'll just put this one. Let's see. Here is your pocket opening. So you flip to the other side, and that's where your adhesive is for the peekaboo pockets. It's so clear that it's hard to see sometimes. But I'm going to, this block of paper is just slightly larger than the photos. So it's probably 6.5, something like that. So I think that's what I'll do, like this, and then I'll trim it off now that I have it measured against this side. I'll take that off camera just a second and trim that other side. So when oh yeah, I like that. That's pretty. When I open it, then I can put my tree right here. So let's put this down. Lining up my edges here, kind of at the bottom. And then I can put my tree. I did trim this just a little bit smaller, and that way it's really easy to lay your picture in and make sure that everything's covered by the peekaboo. Yeah, that's going to need to go down there, and then this will open up there. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and this way I can get a lot more photos in here. He is a little bit scared at first to touch the snow, but that didn't take long. Then he threw it up in the air, and this is his cute face with snow all over him. So what I'm going to do now is lay that on the other block of blue. And I know it's cut the same. Might need some more adhesive here, because it was the same when we started, right? So I want to put, let's see, this here. Kind of like that. And then again, here's the pocket side, so I'm flipping to the other side to take off the adhesive. Peekaboo pockets are like life-changing. Once you start using them, you just wonder where they were for your whole life. They're just so fun. Okay, let me put that about right there. Okay, and then I'm going to trim this off. Line that up about right. Let's see, this didn't go on quite straight. I can see now that it's on a grid. That's what's so amazing about that repositionable tape. If something's a teeny bit off, you can go ahead and reposition it. Okay, I can see that I'm going to need regular tape right here because it's right on the fold of the page. So let's put that down. And I'll do that with this as well, so I don't have to keep messing with it. It's right there. Yeah, that's nice. See all this white in the background? It kind of needed a little bit of color behind it. And then there's that cute boy. Stick him right behind this. Okay. So this is getting fun. And then she can go right here, and I'll probably put something right under there just to kind of fill that space, but I can line this up now. And this here, I'm going to take the adhesive off here. You can see really these can come together so quickly. So I'm going to put that right up against the jeeped edge. Maybe a little taller. And then those two, and then this will go on the other edge. And let me take that off. This will go right there. Okay, so there's another place I can journal on this right hand side here. Sticking her over there. Oh, they're not quite lined up. So let's put her a little closer to the top as well. So those kind of line up there. And then I'll put a little adhesive on the backs of these. And we'll kind of put them, kind of space them in between. Try to decide, should we go that way? Maybe this way. She's throwing it up, and then it's coming down. Okay, that looks pretty good. I found this darling house border, and I thought this is perfect. The colors match. I think this is from the Polar Lights collection. And I cut it so there's a little bit on this side and a little bit larger piece on this side. Again, just something subtle, but it kind of draws your eye to this side, which I totally want to do. And then I started looking, just trying to straighten out my book here. What can I put right here? And I found this darling snowflake, and I thought maybe I can put that right there, maybe up on foam squares. And I punched out a little circle just so you could see that a little bit better. I thought maybe something like that on that side. And then there's this darling little hot chocolate border. And I thought, what if I cut that? Because we did have hot chocolate. I get my scissors and just kind of go around here like it's supposed to be this way. And end up right in that little space. That looks good, right? And we could put that maybe up on some foam squares as well. And then I could just trim off that little edge right here. So let me bring that up to the camera so you can see it a little bit better. But I think that's super cute. It's soft. It's very subtle here, but when you see it in person, it looks really cute. And then I have this corner up here that I can do something with. I found a couple of things. I found this card. I thought maybe I could cut a little bit here and kind of stick it behind. I found this snowman. I thought that would really be cute. Maybe put that on a blue or a gray circle right there, because that really was what they wanted to do. So now that I'm saying that, I think I will use the snowman and just put a circle around the top right there and pop him on. And then maybe I can use my favorite sticker. I just adore this sticker. They have it in the Totally Tonal Fall in kind of like a butter yellow. Oh, so pretty. I think I'm going to end up doing something with my peekaboo pockets. Maybe a little circle and put that sticker on it. I can't leave this page without doing that. So I think that's where we're headed. Okay, we're going to focus on this bottom cluster, and I want to show you where I ended up. I ended up taking my circle punch, and this is the 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and I have used it a lot more than I thought I would, because so often you just need a round layer. Everything else is, I don't know, it just ends up being square, rectangle, and so these little punches really add something different to kind of break up the square and rectangle look that you get with pictures. So I decided there's navy here, there's navy here, and there's navy in my tent, that I would switch it out and have something a little higher contrast. There's navy in this little mug, so I thought that would work really well. So I highly recommend this punch. If you don't have it, I promise you, you're going to use it a lot more than you think you will initially. So I put it here with the little flocked border, and then I went looking for something small just to kind of pop this out, and I found this is from, I think, the Sun Rays for Days, so a summer collection, but I remembered it had some kind of tealy in it. And then this one is another option. This is from Serene Waters. And I just like these little mini pieces that you can just finish off a piece with. So I decided to just pop that on there. At first I was thinking maybe I'd stick it here, but I really like it here. Just kind of draws your eye to that one place. So let me pull that up for you so you can see it a little closer. Let's see. How about there? So you can see what that looks like. But I think that turned out really cute. And then I decided to pop a few more circles and layer my favorite sticker on them. All you do, stick it underneath like this, and then flip it over and trim off the edges. And so that's what I did here on my peekaboo pockets. And then I put one of those little strip stickers here just to kind of help hold it down and add a little bit of interest. So you can see I just folded it over. I took the scoring blade on my trimmer and just scored that in half so you'd get a nice clean fold. Okay, pretty easy to do, but you can see this is really a fast 2-page spread, but it's getting a little more personality. Then let's go over here to this corner. And again, I brought in the navy with a little larger piece and then some of that steely gray and popped up my snowman on foam squares. And then again, I brought in a couple of those little dots that I got from the sun rays for days. And just used 2 different sizes and kind of popped up the teal, which helps kind of lift everything off. So let me bring that up so that you can see it a little bit better. Okay, it's very soft and subtle, and it's kind of in the dead space of this picture, but it blends very nice. And then the last thing I thought of was this. All this white snow. I thought this sticker, doesn't that look cute? It just finishes it off, right? So I'm thinking that's what I'll do. And then I went looking for maybe some words I could stick here. This one says ordinary moments, kind of a white on white kind of a look. So that's an option. It's kind of fun, right? And it kind of gives it a little bit of a title. And then another thing that I found was one of these vellum strips. This is from a long time ago, but I like the sentiment. It says, "It's not the home I love, but the life that is lived there." So I thought maybe I could stick this here and then use this to kind of lay it down. So I don't know. I'm going to play with that and see. The other thing that I had was this snowflake punch. And so I punched a few darker pieces out of that. One thing I really like is that you get some different size pieces. So that could be cute, or I could pop them up there too. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to finish this off, but we're almost there. And once I do my journaling, it will be all done. So really a very fast page. If you want to see the finished product, hop over to my Facebook page and I'll have pictures posted there for you to see once I finish my journaling and everything's complete. My Facebook page is called Make Sweet Memories, the same as my website. And I would love it if you would like and follow me there. Facebook is where I post information about sales, promotions, events, so that is the place to stay in the know. And then once you have ordered on my Creative Memories website, I have another special group you can become a part of, my Creative Memories customer group. And there I have other ideas, specials, and little perks for you. You can always hit the shop button on my Facebook page and it will take you right to the Creative Memories website. So it's very simple and fast to get there. I hope you've enjoyed our time together, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell to receive notifications when new videos are released. This does make the videos easier to find, and it helps YouTube know you're in favor of the content here. If you have friends who love to scrapbook, please share this video with them. I want to challenge you to use some different size photos and try those super fun peekaboo pockets and do something on an angle in your own page design. It's always nice to kind of change it up a bit. So set aside some time to scrap. It will boost your mood when you work on something that outlasts you. I'll be back soon. Let me know in the comments section what you learned and if there's something special you'd like to see. Thanks for watching.